Hey there, sports history fan. This is Ross Bliley, the host of the Pigskin Tales podcast. Are you looking for that perfect, unique gift for your sports-loving child or grandchild? Or maybe you're looking for one. Well, I got something very unique for you. It's a racket. It's the ultimate device for the ultimate fan. It's perfect for any time you need to make some noise. What it is a 7-inch compact megaphone. It's got 8 powerful adjustable LED lights, noisemakers. Plus, you can design it all you want to match your team's colors. So get on out there and let's get loud. Bring a racket to your next game or competition to cheer on your favorite team or athlete. To pick up your racket today, head to myracket.com. That's myraket.com.
Now it's time to take a sports break, a look at sports history on a daily basis. Hello, my friends of sports history. This is Darren Hayes of the Sports Jersey Dispatch podcast. Welcome to the Pig Pen, your place for all things great in sports history, and Happy New Year as we go to the January 1st Sports Break edition, your history of sports through the great uniform numbers of some milestone moments of some great athletes that have performed these on January 1st throughout history. Before we get to those, let's make sure that you are aware that you can join our newsletter. It's so easy to do. Go to the podcast notes of this very podcast, and it's 2 simple questions to answer, and then on every day at 6:30 a.m. Eastern in your email inbox, free of charge, cancellation at any time, you can get what's going on in the Pig Pen. That's the best of Pigskin Dispatch, Jersey Dispatch, SportsHistoryNetwork.com, and Orville Mulligan, sports writer, the great audio drama that we have going on. You'll know everything that's coming out each and every day from those great venues. Now, the uniform numbers we'll talk about for January 1st. They're numbers 5, 7, 16, 21, and 15. Now, we could go on and on quite a bit about the Rose Bowl games, quite a bit of history on Rose Bowl history, and our first 2 segments take us to the Rose Bowl, but they are extremely significant. But we're not going to go into great detail on those because we just covered all 108 Rose Bowl games over on Pigskin Dispatch. If you go to pigskindispatch.com and go into the search mode of the little search box up at the top right-hand corner, put in Rose Bowl, you will see all 108 games plus much more on a Rose Bowl stadium. So we won't tie you up too much with that here on this one. But January 1st, 1902 is significant to talk about. It was the first Rose Bowl game at Tournament Park in Pasadena, California. Michigan soundly defeated Stanford 49-0, with the most valuable player being Neil Snow, the fullback of Michigan. Now, that was sort of a thrown-together game. The Rose Bowl Stadium was not built for some 21 years prior to that. And actually, the game didn't resume for over a decade after this one, even though there were some attempts to do that. But it was sort of a sideshow attraction for the Tournament of Roses parade and celebration of that in that community. January 1st, 1919, it was the 5th Rose Bowl game at Tournament Park in Pasadena, California. The Great Lakes Navy defeated the Mare Island Marines 17-0. Most valuable player in that game was George Halas. That name sounds familiar because he was a great player, coach, and owner of the Chicago Bears. Decatur Staleys to Chicago Staleys to Chicago Bears. Now, January 1st, 1943 will take you to the hockey realm, and the Chicago Blackhawks fielded the first trio of brothers to play together in an NHL game. Max Bentley, who wore number 5, Doug Bentley, number 7, and Reggie Bentley appeared in the lineups for the Hawks in a 6-5 victory over the New York Rangers at Chicago Stadium. Max would become a Hockey Hall of Fame member as he was on 3 Stanley Cup championship teams and won the Hart Memorial Trophy for the 1945-1946 season. Doug is also in the Hall of Fame. He played mostly left wing and was part of the famed Pony Express line of the Hawks alongside his brother Max. Now, Doug finished in the top 4 for the Hart Trophy 3 times during his 13-year career. His best season was in 1943-44 season when he scored 38 goals in 50 games. Now, Reg's only recorded season was that 1942-1943 season. Next, we'll take a stop on the calendar. January 1st, 1961. It was the first American Football League championship game. It was at Jepson Stadium in Houston as the Houston Oilers defeated the Los Angeles Chargers 24-16 in this AFL title game. Hall of Fame quarterback number 16, George Blanda, threw 3 touchdown passes and 3 conversions, and also kicked a field goal in this game to score those 24 points for Houston. We had another AFL championship game, January 1st, 1967, at War Memorial Stadium in Buffalo. The Kansas City Chiefs knocked off the Buffalo Bills 31-7. Pro Football Hall of Fame quarterback number 16, Len Dawson, threw 2 touchdown passes in this game, and running back number 21, Mike Garrett, ran for 2 more scores. On January 1st, 1974, Ernio DeGregorio, number 15 of the Buffalo Braves franchise, dished out 25 assists in the Braves' 120-119 victory over Portland, establishing an NBA single-game record for assists by a rookie player. Now that is some great history of sports history for January 1st. Now kicking off the year right, talking about these great attractions in sports history and the great athletes that perform them with the uniform numbers. Hope you enjoy it. We've got this going on all year long. Hope you join us each and every day. And till tomorrow, everybody, have a great sports history day. We're dribbling around and see the shot clock's almost out, so we got to put up our shot and come back tomorrow for some more great sports history. We invite you to check out our websites, jerseydispatch.com and pigskindispatch.com. Not only see the daily sports history, but to experience the preservation of great events and people that play the games. Find us on Pigskin Dispatch. It's also on social media outlets on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and don't forget the Pigskin Dispatch YouTube channel to get all your daily sports history. Pigskin Dispatch is happy to be associated with the Sports History Network, the sports headquarters of yesteryear, found at sportshistorynetwork.com.
This podcast is part of the Sports History Network, your headquarters for the yesteryear of your favorite sport. You can learn more at sportshistorynetwork.com. Hey there, sports history fan. This is Arnie Chapman, aka the Football History Dude, and I hope that you enjoyed this recent episode presented by the Sports History Network and were able to learn some good old-fashioned sports history knowledge nuggets. I started the Sports History Network back in 2020 with the mission to help podcasters find a community of like-minded sports history nerds, as well as helping aspiring podcasters to start their own shows. We have a little bit over 30 shows on the network right now covering all sorts of sports history, but as far as I'm concerned, we're just at the toothpick in the ocean moment, that can't even figure it out because there's so much more coming. We wanted to create the ultimate headquarters for sports yesteryear, starting with Podcast Network and our website, but we're going to continue to move into other mediums as well. And here's the cool part, because we want you to be part of our team. So if you're interested in starting your own podcast, or maybe being a guest on one of our shows, or who knows, maybe even writing an article for us over on the website. Seriously, all you got to do is reach out to us on the contact page over at sportshistorynetwork.com. You can be as technologically savvy as a Neanderthal tapping on a stone trying to figure out this whole hieroglyphics thing back in the day. Again, it doesn't matter, because even if you don't understand the whole podcast space, we have a production team that can pretty much help you out with doing everything. All you got to do, head over to sportshistorynetwork.com, head to the contact page, fill it out. That message goes right to me, and I'll reach out to you as soon as I can. But for now, dude, I'm through if you're through.